Hey everybody, it's Corey from The Shape Within. Today I wanted to talk to you about how you can make some really amazing weight loss progress by being way less than perfect, and how so many people give up on their journey because they think that they do have to be perfect, even though they would have experienced some really amazing results stacking up over time if they had just dedicated to sticking with their current imperfect habits. So when it comes to healthy eating, so many people think that to start your new healthy diet that you have to wake up the next morning with these perfect eating habits, that you can only eat healthy food and that you can't eat any unhealthy foods, otherwise you just wouldn't be able to make any progress at all. And that is so far from the truth that I wanted to share with you today, not just that you can make some weight loss progress by being less than perfect, but that you can actually make incredible and rapid progress by being less than perfect. So if your current eating habits are largely unhealthy, that means that you have lots of room for change and lots of room for improvement, and that you can actually make a big difference in your weight, a big reduction in your weight and your daily calorie consumption, as long as you're consistent, by simply adding one healthy meal into your life every day. When you start eating more healthy foods, you actually replace the unhealthy foods that you were eating before, and you reduce your daily calorie consumption without having to be hungry, because healthy foods, they have lots of nutrients and they're large in volume but low in calories. And so when you eat more healthy foods, you actually leave your body in fat burning mode without having to be hungry. So now when it comes to exercise, it's the exact same story. So many people will either give up on their routine because they think that they have to be perfect, or they'll never start in the first place because the idea of starting their routine just seems so daunting. But when you realize how much of an impact that you can make by not just being less than perfect, but by realizing that the perfect exercise routine is still much less intense than what most people think it is. So many people think that you have to exercise for an hour every day, otherwise you just can't make any difference at all. And that is just untrue for everyone. It's really not recommended for anyone to strive for exercising every day, let alone for an hour every day. Light exercise is always recommended for any given day, but when it comes to actually doing a good workout and dedicating to an exercise routine, all you really need to make amazing progress is to exercise 3 times per week for about 15 minutes on each occasion. Even if you want to achieve the best physique that you possibly can, if you want to get really lean and get six-pack abs, you're not going to need to be perfect. You're not going to need to exercise every day for an hour. And so why put yourself through the stress of thinking that when you just don't need it, and you can make amazing progress and be able to consistently stick with your habits by just realizing that you can dedicate to much less. So rather than putting yourself in a position where you feel that you have to be perfect with diet and exercise, and feeling like you'll have to give up a week later, or even worse, never starting in the first place because you feel like your routine is just going to be so incredibly difficult, rather than putting yourself in that position, if you just take a few minutes to realize how much of a difference that you can make in your life, in your weight, if you don't put all of that extra pressure of perfection on yourself and dedicate to simply adding a healthy meal into your life every day and exercising 3 times per week for 15 minutes, you'll be amazed at how you transform yourself as the weeks roll by, when you are able to consistently stick with those habits and you don't feel like giving up all of the time and starting over and rewinding your progress over and over again. So I hope you liked this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. I'd love to keep giving you weight loss tips. And as always, good luck on your weight loss journey.